Both coaches will huddle with their team before we get the second half rolling. Justin Nolte with his Chargers and Troy Pearson with his Panthers. Leading us into our two-ball halftime adjustments. Brought to you by Two-Ball Family Chiropractic Clinic in Centerville. They can get you fixed up and living a pain-free life. For Chariton, one of the biggest adjustments I would say they need to make is trying to get that battle on the glass a little bit closer. Now, it's difficult. Knoxville has, of course, the height advantage with Caden Smith at 6'6", and across the board, they're pretty much taller, the Panthers at every position. But you got to, in some form or fashion, find a way to be able to go toe-to-toe with these guys at the rim, and that's another stat that really stands out in the wins and losses for the Chargers. As they set up a little alley-oop kind of look here, Smith lays it in on the pass from Landon Norris, with Knoxville picking up right where they left off. 4 points from Smith. But that 23-6 spread is way too much. That's got to come a lot closer here this second half if they want to try to force a rally here in this one. Wallace has his pass tipped and stolen by Kiefer. Jay Keller on the left wing is going to fire a three and hit it. And, of course, if your opponent's just going to shoot the way that Knoxville is tonight, you almost tip your cap. Wallace on the other end. Right-hand floater doesn't fall. It's Utermark with the rebound. Ahead to Keller, and Jay lost it on the way to the bucket. Knoxville's 9th turnover. As for the Panthers, if you want to nitpick a little bit here in a ball game that at the half was a 24-point lead for Knoxville on things to work on, I'd say 8 first-half turnovers probably won't make Coach Pearson very happy. Here Keller's going to get a steal. Mason Smith trying to make up the ground defensively does, but Jay finishes anyway despite Mason being right there stride for stride. Clean up the turnovers. This is a team that averages 18 a game, and it's hurt them at times this year. In their losses, they average 19 turnovers per game, and so maybe not tonight as Smith fires a three from the left wing that just won't fall. Wallace spikes it out of bounds. It'll be Knoxville basketball. It may not hurt them tonight in this game, but further down the road, turnovers could be the difference between a win or loss when it really counts, when your season's on the line for Knoxville. So I'm sure Coach Pearson will be looking for an adjustment to be made of playing some cleaner basketball these third and fourth quarters. Here, Panthers have it in the half court. They've ballooned the lead now to 31 at 51-20. Norris thought about a three, instead drives baseline, kicks it out. Kiefer instead. Top of the key, long ball. That is a brick off the back iron. Oxenreiter with his 4th rebound. Ahead, Blaine Wallace. Blaine, left of the lane, floated it up off the window, a bit wild. Caden Smith gets the board. Cameron Gibson tips the pass intended for Keller, but it ends up with Jay. Jay gets in the lane, underneath pass, nice dish to Landon Norris, who now enters double figures with 11. And Jay Keller has 3 assists. Here, Gruel with a jump stop, finds Oxenreiter. Shot fake, back out, Gibson for 3, yes. Cameron Gibson hits his 3rd three of the night. And there's some of that inside-outside game we were talking about with Knoxville in the first half. Chariton able to get a bucket to fall off of that. 53-23. Norris all the way to the rack, finishes with the right hand. Around Oxenreiter, too. That was good defense from Brock, just the length of Norris. All 6'3" of them able to curl that basketball in the hoop. Oxenreiter, quick touch pass to Smith for 3. Yes, Mason Smith is his first 3 of the night, and another good pass. Oxenreiter to the outside. 55-26. 3 minutes into the third quarter. Norris hands it off. Smith, okay, big fella for 3. Short, though. Pulled the string on it. Oxenreiter reaches back for the 5th rebound of the game for number 22. Wallace on the other end. Cut off by Smith. Through the hands of Oxenreiter. Keller tipped it. Smith ended up catching a piece of it, but Jay gets the steal and lay-in. He's come out of the half with his hair on fire here. Jay has 7 points in the quarter, 12 in the game. 57-26. Gruel. Jump stop in the lane, finds Brock. Oxenreiter, that pass was tipped. Should remain with the Chargers, and it will. Connor Briggs is at the scorer's table waiting to check in. He'll get to do so on the dead ball, replacing Blaine Wallace. 4:21 to go here in our third quarter. You already know that, though, from looking at the bottom of your screen with our Sundance Realty Score Bug, brought to you by Sundance Realty, located at 112 East Robinson Street in Knoxville. Give them a call at 641-842-7214. Carson Utermark picks up a foul on a hold here prior to that inbounds pass. First team foul for either side here this second half. Gibson calling out the play, goes to Briggs on the left wing, back to Gruel. Q on the attack, and he got bumped by Norris on the floor. That'll be the second on Landon Norris. 57-26. There's a lot of basketball to be played here in this contest, but now you start looking ahead a little bit. Knoxville's boys will go on the road to take on Centerville, who's down there towards the bottom of the conference standings. Mason Smith with a pull-up jumpers, now in double figures with 11. 57-28 as we just passed the halfway point of the third quarter. But after that, Norris gets called for an offensive foul as he lowered the shoulder to try to create some space against Connor Briggs and got popped for it. Bertrand and Willis are back in, as is Gabe Clark, relieving Smith, Keller, and the young man who just picked up his third foul, Landon Norris. Third team foul of the half on Knoxville. But everybody's eyes will be looking ahead to Friday, right? Next Friday when Knoxville makes the return trip to Eddyville to take on the EBF Rockets. That one very well could decide who our conference champion is going to be. Kiefer gets the rebound off the missed three, his sixth of the game, shovels it out to Clark on the right wing. Inside, Bertrand bullying his way in, can't finish around Oxenrider, got his own miss and got fouled on the putback. Two more free throws coming for Jack Bertrand as he continues to crash the offensive glass hard. He came into tonight 28 offensive rebounds on the year. The foul issued to Connor Briggs, his first. And Bertrand, 2 for 2 at the line tonight, misses that one off the front iron. .29 advantage for the home team Panthers as they look to make it a sweep tonight of the Chargers for the boys and girls, a season sweep as well. And it would be the 13th straight win for Knoxville over Chariton. But again, a lot of basketball to be played here. Utermark tips a pass out to the head coach, Justin Nolte, who shows Cameron Gibson the proper technique of a bounce pass. He would have liked to see that rather than the tip pass that Utermark was able to get a hand on. Gruel back out to Smith. Mason just inside the free throw line. Hit the shot and got fouled by Willis. That's the first foul on Connor Willis, and Mason Smith's going to the line for another and one opportunity. Fourth team foul here on Knoxville this half. We show it to you again on the Go SEC TV instant replay there. He's got 7 points here in the quarter. Mason Smith, 13 now in the game. Carson Cecil and Drake Larson are coming in for Knoxville to replace Utermark and Kiefer. So subs out there on the floor for Knoxville. Their starting five has certainly done their job tonight with a 28-point advantage on the board. Smith this time does connect on a three-point play. 14 points for Mason Smith. Here Clark, kind of shielded there by the Panther pit, finds Cecil, back to Gabe Clark. Finds Cecil in the corner. Drives into the lane, and what a take. Wow, Carson Cecil off the dribble. Able to bank one high off the window. 60-31. Other end, Briggs wraps it around to Smith. He's got an open corner three, and he hits it. He's feeling it this quarter. Now, if he gets hot, you do not want to discount Chariton. 11 points in the frame, 17 in the game for Smith. But it would take a lot more where that came from as Willis tries to feed it into Bertrand right of the post. It's kicked out of bounds by a Charger, and Troy Pearson with the dead ball will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with exactly 2.5 minutes to go here in the third, and Knoxville comfortably in front, 60-34.